painting is always political, whether you want it to be or not. And so my point of view is that I'd like to try and control as much of the politics in my work as I can. Of course, I am influenced by different things in society, different ideas, different people, different market forces even, we could say. But I'd like to think that I'm aware of these influences and I want to try controlling them. Because if I don't control the influences on me, other people will control them anyway, so better me who controls. Through South Africa I came to know Rwanda, and in Rwanda it was a very similar situation to apartheid South Africa. What the preliminaries to genocide are is indoctrination. So you've got to convince the other person that his neighbour isn't a human being, the neighbour is an animal, basically, or worse than an animal, an insect which you crush. And so when I thought about that and I realised exactly what the preliminaries to genocide were, I thought, well, we've got to go back to these preliminaries to start rebuilding something for the survivors, and rebuilding is to give them humanity, give them dignity, basically. And so, because genocide takes it away from them, and so we, in the Upright Men project, thought that the only way to sort of counteract that was to go back to the preliminaries and to give back humanity to people, and to show images, to create images which showed dignity and humanity, and basically people standing upright. What a lot of journalists were saying in France, they were saying, well, basically the Tutsis were being killed. Of course, it's not good to kill Tutsis, but I mean, they were invaders. They came from Ethiopia a long time ago, and so it's obvious that the Hutu were pretty fed up with these guys and sort of that. So, of course, they don't justify genocide, but they use cliches to explain the situation, and cliches which are completely false historically. But when people look at my work, they think the words give the key to understanding the work. And it's completely false. And so it is just a sort of my way of playing around with the notions which most people have, that words help us understand the world. In my work, words help us to misunderstand the world. And that's what I want to underline with this. And so it is what you'd say in French, a mise en garde. It's sort of a way of saying to people, be vigilant about what you think you're seeing. Is not necessarily exactly what you think you're seeing, and it's definitely not what the words are saying. Rwanda is healing alone, but it's good that other people on the outside and on the inside help it to heal a bit more. Because, I mean, basically one thing which is behind this project too is the fact that the genocide in Rwanda isn't a Rwandan affair, it is our affair, and it is part of our history. The history of humanity. It's a crime against humanity. It's part of our history, and we can't just ignore it. We can't just do as though it didn't exist. It's us. Okay.